Welcome to a nightmarish journey through the dark side of amusement parks. These are not your typical fun-filled destinations. They are the settings of unspeakable horrors. In this video, we unravel 3 bone-chilling stories of haunted amusement parks. From ghostly roller coasters and cursed funhouses to mazes where shadows come alive, these tales will leave you questioning what's real and what's not. Sit back, turn off the lights, and prepare for a heart-pounding experience. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more terrifying tales. Story 1. The Phantom Ride. The Blackwood Amusement Park was the crown jewel of entertainment in a small, quiet town. It was built on the ashes of an older park that had mysteriously burned down decades ago. People whispered about the fire, saying it had been cursed, but no one really believed those tales. The new park's main attraction was the Phantom Ride, a roller coaster designed to simulate a journey through a haunted mansion. It was state-of-the-art, featuring holograms, chilling audio effects, and sudden drops into pitch-black tunnels. On the night of the grand opening, eager thrill-seekers packed the lines. Among them was Megan, a theme park enthusiast documenting the experience for her blog. As she strapped into the ride's coffin-shaped cart, a chill ran down her spine. The air smelled faintly of smoke. She brushed it off as part of the theatrics. The ride started smoothly, with ghostly projections and eerie sound effects. But halfway through, the cart halted in a dimly lit corridor. The air grew icy, and Megan's breath formed clouds in the dark. Then she heard it. A low whisper, growing louder until it became an anguished scream. Suddenly, the cart jerked forward violently, plunging into complete darkness. When the ride ended, Megan emerged trembling. Yet, her terror deepened when she reviewed her footage that night. A shadowy figure, not part of the holograms, appeared to hover just behind her cart. Within weeks, reports of strange occurrences on the Phantom Ride spread. Riders claimed to feel unseen hands brushing against them. Some emerged with scratches they couldn't explain. Then came the disappearances. A young couple who rode together never exited their cart. Park staff found the cart, empty but stained with streaks of something dark and sticky. The ride was temporarily shut down, but the park owners dismissed the incidents as pranks. Megan, now obsessed with uncovering the truth, snuck into the park after hours. Armed with a flashlight and her camera, she crept toward the Phantom Ride. Inside, the air was heavy, and the walls seemed to pulse with life. As she ventured deeper, she found a hidden control room. Old photographs lined the walls, showing the original park that had burned down. Megan gasped when she recognized a familiar face, the ride operator from the grand opening. But the photo was dated 1967. Determined to escape, Megan tried to retrace her steps but found herself back in the control room. The photographs now depicted her. Panicking, she fled deeper into the ride's mechanics, where she stumbled upon a sealed door. Breaking it open, she uncovered a hidden chamber filled with skeletal remains. At its center stood an altar, surrounded by burnt candles and strange symbols. As she backed away, the air shimmered, and the operator appeared. His face charred, his eyes hollow. He whispered, "You're part of the ride now." Megan's screams echoed through the park, but no one ever found her. The Phantom Ride reopened months later, with a new holographic effect that featured a terrified young woman. Story 2. The Funhouse. When the traveling carnival rolled into town, it brought a peculiar funhouse called the Mirror Maze of Madness. Unlike traditional funhouses, this one promised an immersive, mind-bending experience. Sarah, Ethan, and Mia, a trio of lifelong friends, decided to give it a try. At the entrance, a grinning attendant handed them a card reading. "No matter what you see, do not break the mirrors." Inside, the maze was an endless labyrinth of distorted reflections. Some mirrors made them laugh, but others showed grotesque versions of themselves. As they ventured further, the air turned heavy, and the mirrors began to whisper their names. Mia swore she saw her reflection move when she didn't. Then Ethan vanished. One moment he was behind them, the next he was gone. They searched frantically, but every turn led them deeper into the maze. The mirrors began showing horrifying scenes. Sarah and Mia saw Ethan's reflection, but he was screaming silently, his face pressed against the glass as if trapped inside. The deeper Sarah and Mia went, the more the funhouse seemed to warp. The air grew colder, and their reflections became distorted beyond recognition. They heard Ethan's voice, faint and pleading, but couldn't locate him. Instead, the mirrors began showing scenes from their past. Moments they regretted, secrets they'd never shared. Sarah smashed one of the mirrors in frustration, and the maze trembled. The broken shards revealed a fleshy substance behind the glass. From the shards, a grotesque hand emerged, reaching for her. Mia pulled Sarah away, screaming, "We need to get out!" But every exit seemed to lead them back to the beginning. In the heart of the maze, they found Ethan, but he wasn't the same. His eyes were hollow, and his body flickered like a reflection. He whispered, "You broke the rule." Before they could respond, their reflections in the mirrors stepped out, grinning wickedly. The trio was pulled into the glass, their screams fading as the mirrors smoothed over. The funhouse attendant greeted the next group of visitors, his grin wider than ever. Behind him, the mirrors gleamed, faintly showing 3 new faces, pounding silently for freedom. Story 3: Carnival of Shadow. The annual Halloween Carnival was the highlight of the year, with attractions that drew crowds from neighboring towns. This year, a new feature was added: the Shadow Walk, a pitch-black maze where participants navigated only by touch. Ellie, a thrill seeker, convinced her friends to join her. Armed with glow sticks, they entered the maze, laughing nervously. But the laughter stopped when the lights at the entrance flickered out. Their glow sticks dimmed, and an unnatural darkness swallowed them. Ellie felt something brush against her arm. "It's just part of the scare," she reassured herself. But when she called out to her friends, only silence answered. The walls seemed to close in, and Ellie realized she was alone. As Ellie stumbled through the maze, she heard whispers in an unfamiliar language. Shadows flickered, not from her glow stick but from an unseen source. Figures with elongated limbs and hollow eyes emerged briefly before disappearing into the darkness. Ellie's panic grew as she found objects on the ground. A shoe she recognized as her friend's, a shattered phone, a bloodied scarf. She tried to retrace her steps but found herself back at the center of the maze. A figure stood there, its face obscured. It whispered, "The shadows take what they're owed." Suddenly, hands erupted from the darkness, dragging Ellie into the ground. Weeks later, the carnival left town, but rumors persisted. Locals claimed to hear cries from the now empty field where the Shadow Walk had stood. Ellie and her friends were never found, but a new attraction appeared at the next carnival. A dark, mirror-like maze called Ellie's Escape. The park's promotional materials promised a thrillingly lifelike experience. And those who dared to enter swore they heard a girl's voice crying, "Help me! Thank you for joining me on this journey into the dark and twisted tales of haunted amusement parks." As the rides come to a halt and the screams fade into the night, we're left wondering, how much of this was fiction, and how much might just be true? If you enjoyed this chilling adventure, please leave a like and share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss another spine-tingling story. And remember, there's always more lurking in the shadows, waiting to be uncovered. Until next time, stay curious, stay brave, and watch your step. You never know what's just around the corner.